Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, so through the Spirit, I'm in Isaiah 13 and 1. I'm going to just start at the top, 13 and 1. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift," and remember this truth, it's sweet and bitter. When you're deep in this knowledge, deep in this truth, that's why it's a lot of these verses, chapters starts out with the prophets saying it's a burden, right? The more you know, the more heavy this truth becomes, man. Ecclesiastes 1:18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." Okay, so we go to Isaiah 13 and 1. It says, "Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles." Right, so the banner is this knowledge, is this truth. All right, and it's also a metaphor for the Lord's prophets. That's where we're lifting up a banner, and the high mountain is Zion, Israel, the Israelites waking up, the prophets waking up Israel. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And it says, "Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, and that they may go into the gates of the nobles." So we're the ones who are exalting the word, right? Lifting up the banner, proclaiming the truth on the street corners. And nowadays you have YouTube, right? Just like right now I'm doing this video on YouTube, or I'm going to upload it to YouTube. You have the internet, and this is how we enter the gates of the nobles, okay? Because the nobles are like the elite, right? The elite can watch our videos because of the internet. This is how we're going into the gates of the nobles. Verse 3, "I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness." Right? And the sanctified ones are the ones who are being cleansed by this truth. That's what that word sanctified means. It means to be cleansed, to be purified, to be sanctified. All right? That's where you get the word sanitation. Okay? But we're the mighty ones. Those are the angels, which we're also angels. The word angel means messenger. So this is Yahweh. He's commanded his sanctified ones, and he's also called his mighty ones for his anger. Right? Even that rejoice in my highness. "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of battle." Right, and he's gathering his sanctified ones. He's getting the mighty ones are going to get ready to come down and wage war. With the heathen nations, starting out with Esau, Edom. Right, verse 5. "They come from a far country, from the end of the heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land." Right. The weapons of his indignation, those are those missiles, and also even the chariots, also the angels, and also eventually the prophets, the sanctified ones. We're going to have spiritual powers, right? According to the scripture, according to the prophecy. So, and it's going to, all of this war, all this chaos is going to end up destroying the land, especially the land of Babylon, America. Right? Okay, verse 6. "Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." Right? The day of Yahweh is dealing with the chariots, right? Let me get this quick precept. Matthew 10 In 34 it says, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. See that? Sword means war. Yahweh Shai is coming back to make war. Alright. Isaiah 13 and 7. Sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy. Waking up early every day. Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right, when the common man, the men who are not of the elect, the heathen men, the wicked men of Israel, when they witness these things coming, they're gonna be faint and they're gonna melt. Their heart is gonna melt, meaning like a heart attack. It's like with fear, right? They're gonna see a bunch of chariots in the sky, what you call UFOs. They're gonna see men with spiritual powers, the prophets. This is gonna cause them to have heart attacks and be just fear and faint. You see, verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right, so why is the pagan Christian church, they're always talking about the day of the Lord is going to be kumbaya, everyone's going to be joining hands, walking up taking an elevator to heaven and shit like that, which that's not what the scripture says. It says it's going to come cruel with fierce wrath and anger, all right? So the pagan Christian church, they be a house full of lies, right? Verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right? So all these people that are these heathen nations, and even the wicked of our own people, right? They're going to be punished. The haughtiness is going to be ceased, right? Haughtiness is another word for proud, right? And we know the so-called white man, he's the proudest damn nation on the planet Earth, right? This is talking about him, the so-called white man, in Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Right? So the pride of the heart is going to deceive him. And you talk to these Edomites right now, guys, they believe that they are the top-notch thing in the universe, in the galaxy, in eternity. They don't believe nothing has power to destroy them, right? But they're sadly mistaken, because the powers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and the Lord of Hosts, the heavenly armor, is gonna deal with this military, which is considered a superpower right now, right? It's only gonna take an hour, according to the scripture, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the Lord of Hosts, to take down this wicked society. All right. Isaiah 13 and 12 says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So this is not just any man. This is talking about the man of the elect man, especially the Lord's prophet, the sanctified ones that we read about. All right? We're going to be more precious. Another word for precious is rare, right? It's going to be rare for, to have a man like that in that day. And if you're a woman, you're going to cleave to a man like that, and you're going to know by the light on him and by the spirit on him that he's a man of the elect. And, right now, brothers might have problems with women, having problems with, women being in order. They give you nothing but a headache, or maybe they don't even give you the time of day. But in that day, hey, it's going to be the opposite. You might not want to give that woman, you think you want her all bad right now, but you might not give her the time of day. Because, hey, you're going to have the pick of what you want, right? Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach, to take away our shame. That's what that word reproach means. And 7 is a complete number. The scriptures just speaks, this is a parable. 7 means complete. So it's not saying, oh, you're going to have 7 women. Hey, maybe you have 2 women to keep you complete. Maybe you have 15 women to keep you complete. Maybe you have 7 women to complete, The word means complete. So let me go back to Isaiah 13. But the point is you're going to have plenty of women that, like it says, to make you feel complete. Not having to deal with trying to wine them and dine them and then, and they still, do you dirty or whatever the case may be, right? We ain't going to be having any type of problem getting with women, because right now these women are in the spirit of Esau. They're haughty and proud, right? They think that their shit don't stink. Even the unattractive ones think they're the shit. You see? So, hey, that's the Lord's about to, humble not just these men and these wicked and the evil, but also these haughty women, these prideful women, these women who got 700 dudes in their inbox, you see? But anyway, I ain't going to spend that much time discussing the woman. Let's get back to Isaiah 13:13. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Right, this day of his fierce anger. Why is the Christians always telling you it's going to be a kumbaya type day, taking an elevator to Stairway to Heaven, lollipops, gumdrops, butterflies, rainbow, you know what I'm saying? No, it's a day of wrath, a day of clouds, a day of thick darkness in the scriptures, right? The fierce anger. What's going to cause the heavens to shake and the earth to remove out of her place? It's going to be those nuclear missiles, all right? Verse 14, and it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found that shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. See that? You're going to have a lot of fucking death in that day. When the day of Yahweh, the day of the heathen, the day of wrath. There's many titles for that day where those missiles are going to be shot to the ends of the world, and it's going to be lots of death around you. The only way you're going to escape is if you're of the elect. All right? Verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. All right, this means their wives, ravished means raped. Right? These women are going to get raped. The children are going to be dashed to pieces. You see what I'm saying? Let's get a quick precept. These people get all freaked, they can't believe this is in the Bible. You read these scriptures. Oh my God, what do you mean the child are going to get dashed to pieces? Right? Let's get Psalm 137:9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. You see that? And we could read one up. O daughter of Babylon, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Right? You guys have fucking, for centuries, have been oppressing the Israelites. You used our children as shark bait during slavery. You used us as footstools. There's pictures on the internet, all kind of wicked ass shit you guys did to our children. right? And the Lord, He's a balance. He's a power of balance, right? Let's get that real quick. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just way is His delight. So guess what? There's going to be some crazy things happening to your children when these times come to pass. All right? You're not going to be just off scot-free like you think, right? You might think, oh, well, oh, I didn't do this. It was my ancestors. Well, guess what? There's a thing called reincarnation in the Bible, regeneration. So it was you, all right? When you think about that for a second. It was you. You say, oh, it wasn't me, but it was you, because there's regeneration is in the Bible. Reincarnation is in the Bible. Another thing the Christian church lied to you about. All right? So it was you doing that shit to our children. So don't get it twisted. Yahweh is going to put those curses, put those, like it says, dashing the little kids against the stones. Right? And right now, we might not be in that spirit to take a child to dash them against the stone. But by the time that day approaches, we're going to see so much crazy shit. A lot of these people are going to be, in a different spirit, right? We might see, our own children get put to death by Esau's military during Jacob's trouble, what they call martial law, right? We might see our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers get shot point blank by a UN soldier that's the military of the beast system, right? And that kind of will lose your mind. You get to that kind of, and really the elect won't lose their mind, but it's gonna be a balance. We get those spiritual powers, and it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. We ain't gonna have no regard for your children if you coming in violating our children like you have for centuries, all right? And it may not even be physical. You Edomites have violated our children mentally, spiritually, physically, My daughter, she got fucked over by the Roman soldiers a while back, which are today would be called the police force. You call them the men in blue. Hey man, y'all fucked my daughter over a while back. Put a charge on her after y'all beat her up. This was a couple years back, 4 or 5 years ago. Caused her to have problems with securing a place to live, and sometimes securing a good way to make a living, because Esau's system, he fucking puts a mark on you, right? They call it a record, where it's always follows you, So hey, it's gonna come back on y'all too, man. You so-called white people, you goddamn Edomites, and it's all balanced. Don't get it twisted. Let's see. I think it's Isaiah or Jeremiah 49:12. That's what I want to get. Jeremiah 49:12 says, "For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it," right? And it's talking about the Israelites. We weren't supposed to drink of the cup of Yahweh's wrath, but we did under you heathen nations, especially right now under you Edomites, so-called white people. We've drunken of that cup, that wrath that Yahweh basically uses you Edomites as a whipping stick for on the Israelites. But guess what? It says, this verse right here says, do you think you're going to go unpunished? And Yahweh's like, no, you're going to get punished. You're going to surely drink of the cup we had to drink of. You see? Paybacks is a bitch, as they say in the world, right? And really, like I said, it's all there's like you're seeing a build up right now. They're calling, a lot of these people are in the, a lot of these, people that actually report the real news. They're talking already about a civil war coming. What do you think this civil war is going to consist of? It's going to be a divided, which is already a divided nation, but these things are going to prosper, man. This is about to get real here in Babylon, America. Look at the presidential situation. If Donald J. Trump, if he doesn't get elected, his followers, his Trumpsters, they're like his Hulksters, right? Like they even had the Hulk at the RNC convention. Hey, it ain't no different, man. The Trumpomaniacs, y'all are gonna get crazy if he don't get elected, and it ain't far fetched to say that there's gonna be a fucking civil war coming soon, right? And it ain't something that we're what do you call plotting. This is something that the Lord Yahweh is stirring this up. Remember, he's always in control of the spirits. He's always in control of everything that happens. He's the one who ordains all of these, everything, really. All right? Let me go back to Isaiah 13 and 17. And here we go. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And the Medes, this is talking about the so-called Russians, which this is a metaphor, and spiritually speaking, the Medes. If you look on a map, the Medes of ancient were where you would call Russia is right now, right? Russia is a byword and it's actually Magog, right, or Gog. I can't remember. I was getting mixed up. But the point is that's that region where where they are right now is where the Medes were. So Yahweh is going to stir up the Medes, and you're not going to be able to say, hey, you know what, Vladimir Putin, let us just give you a bunch of gold. Let's give you a bunch of silver. Let's get you some money. Let's get you some finances, and then we'll call it a day, call it peace. No, he's not going to accept that. It's like I'm telling you right here, right? So not only is the country going to be divided, but you're also going to have your own, and I'm talking about the Edomites. You're going to have your own people, which you Russians or the Russians, they're all Edomites, right? But the thing is he's even at war with you, your own brother from Russia, so-called Russia, right? Verse 19. Or no, 18. Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Right? Why? Because they're going to be shooting missiles at you. And if you're not of the elect, you're not going to be able to escape the destruction and the downfall of Babylon. Right? You're going to be fucked up in those missiles, man. That's what this chapter is about. Total destruction, the doom of Babylon, right? This is the prophecy, man. This is what's about to happen here in this place. Meanwhile, you motherfuckers are all oblivious because you're not spiritual, you're not of the elect. You could care less about the words in the scriptures. But guess what? In that day, you're gonna regret that you didn't care about the Lord's word and His truth. And really, it don't matter because, if you're in that spirit right now, you obviously are not of the elect, meaning the chosen. The chosen for what? The chosen to be saved from the plagues of Babylon, America that are about to show themselves, which they're already showing themselves on a lower level. But that level is going to get turned up. The heat is going to get turned up. Babylon, America is getting ready to be fully destroyed. And we know that there's still prophecies that got to be fulfilled before this comes to pass. What I'm reading, basically one of the main prophecy we're waiting on is that micro C-hip, which, like the elder always says, it's not around the corner, it's at the door. The micro C-hip, once that's made mandatory, hey, this prophecy here that we're reading is short to follow. Okay, verse 19. In Babylon, and you know what? It talks about it's not going to spare children. And let's go to Ezekiel real quick, because there's a verse in there, Ezekiel 9 and 4 or 5. Let's see. Okay, let's read 9 and 4. And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And this mark is a mark of exemption. They call it the Tawah, right? That's what it is, Tawah in the Hebrew. But the mark is a mark of exemption. And like I keep saying about the elect are going to be escaped, this is how we're going to be exempt from this destruction, from these calamities, right? Because we're going to have that mark in our foreheads, meaning the understanding and the the mark that he tells this his death angel is gonna avoid the men with the mark, right? And the ones that are with them, the elect. Right? And in verse 5 it says, And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Smite means to kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at my sanctuary, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So you see, the commandment is on those death angels is don't touch the man with the mark, that righteous mark of exemption. But guess what? Did he say that about the little children, the maids, or the utterly old and young? No, those people, like, it's basically coming down to the missiles. Like, a missile's not going to stop and say, oh, let me stop because there's some children in this city. Let me stop because there's a bunch of old ladies in this city. No, the fucking missile is going to do its course. All right? And we're coming into these times, man, very approaching rapidly, Lord willing. And guess what? If you're not in the fold of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, then hey, too late. You're going to be put to death, man. And it doesn't fucking matter. Because, you need, if you're not repenting, if you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, if you're not believing and listening to the Lord's prophets, then guess what? Chances are you're not of the elect, and we're reading about your destruction right now. Okay? Point blank, period. Isaiah 13 and where am I at? 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency. Chaldees, another word for witchcraft, wizards, sorcerers, which that's what it is here in Babylon, America. Like that word MAGA, Trump's MAGA salute, that goes back to magician or magic. Because why? They're sorcerers. They're putting fucking they do rituals and shit, which you people are oblivious and you don't understand spiritual things. But these wicked elite, they understand exactly what they're doing, right? This is what we're reading about. Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And that was place with burned with fire. Those places, 5 cities. America has got way more than 5 cities, which is going to get burned with fire, just like Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities, the other 3 cities that were in that region. Verse 20, It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts in the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. All right? And basically wicked, basically it's going to be the aftermath. All right? It's like a desert, a place where there will not be a human inhabitant. All right? Just doleful creatures, wild beasts of the desert, satyrs, that's like a goat, right? In Greek mythology, it's a half man, half goat. Well, which we know that's not a real thing. So the satyr are literally dealing with like a goat, like a dancing goat. Verse 12 or 22. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Right, Lord willing, it happens sooner than later, so we can enter our kingdom, man. That's the right mindset that you should be having. Because you don't want the days of Babylon to be prolonged. If you're in the right mindset, And really, the only thing that can get you in the mindset, well, obviously, is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but is the scripture. And the scripture was what converts you, converts your soul, converts your spirit to be able to understand and receive this truth and this knowledge, right? So I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge Al-Akim, who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.